Stay tuned because Good Sports is coming up next. Kansas City Sports and Fitness is the magazine for sports fans in KC. Inside, we cover local sports and local teams, from pro to peewee and everything in between. And this month's free copy of Kansas City Sports and Fitness includes the Surplus Exchange College Sports Report. You'll find Kansas City Sports and Fitness all over KC at places like the Kansas City Ice Center. And it's free, so pick one up today. Good Sports was recorded live on Saturday, February 14th. Welcome to Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness Show. I'm Steve Fish. I'm the publisher of Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine. Today we're here at the Kansas City Ice Center, located on Johnson Drive, 2 miles west of 435. We can ice skate on their outdoor pavilion or their indoor ice rink. Call 913-441-3033 or visit their website, kcicenter.com, for more details on public skate sessions and their Learn to Skate and Learn to Play hockey programs. Now, before we get started with the show, I want to tell everyone that our current issue of Kansas City Sports and Fitness is available free at over 700 locations in KC. And with this month's issue, KC Sports continues to celebrate our 17th straight year covering sports in Kansas City. Now, in our hockey report presented by the Kansas City Ice Center, we write about Hockey Weekend Across America and the Try Hockey for Free program at the Kansas City Ice Center. Plus, the final month or so, there will be ice on the outdoor pavilion. And in our college sports report presented by the Surplus Exchange, we interview MU's Teki Gil-Caesar, KU's Frank Mason, and K-State's Wesley Awundu. Now, you can visit and interact with our new and improved website, kcsportspaper.com. Check that out to find a list of locations where you can find Kansas City Sports and Fitness, and you can actually check out a PDF of the entire issue on our website as well. Now, I also want to mention that you can now get a free subscription to the digital version of Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine. And all you have to do is go to our new and improved website, kcsportspaper.com, and sign up where it says Join Our Fan Club. Then watch your email for the next issue of Kansas City Sports and Fitness. Now, we are here at the Kansas City Ice Center, and we are joined by Dean Nelson, who is the general manager at the KCIC Center, and he's in charge of all things here at KCIC, and he's also involved in many ways in the Kansas City Stars youth hockey organization that calls the Kansas City Ice Center home. Welcome to the show,
hey.
Dean. Thank you so much for hosting us today. Really appreciate it.
Thanks a lot, Steve, for having me. I appreciate it. It's always a good time.
Absolutely, and we got some hockey that'll be coming up in a little bit. We've got Learn to Skate going on right now, but we want to get to a topic that is fresh off the press, or however you want to call it. Some exciting news for hockey in Kansas City, and it all starts with the purchase of the Missouri Mavericks pro hockey team by Lamar Hunt Jr. Fill us in. We want to talk about a little bit about the Mavericks, so people that in Johnson County that may not know about them,
sure.
And then fill us in on what is going to be
sure.
going on.
Well, from what I know, Lamar Hunt Jr. has gone in and bought the Missouri Mavericks, and they're basically, I would say, like a semi-pro, or I believe they play in the ECHL, is it? The East Coast Hockey League, maybe.
Which is a couple of steps down from the NHL.
From the NHL, yep. So a lot of times it's guys that are trying to get there, or guys that may be on their way down, or, it's a mix of guys.
Right.
It's not the major feeder, because most of those farm clubs are out there playing, and then they feed their pro teams. This one might be 2 levels below, and so it's sometimes guys going down or going up. Very good hockey. They do a great job out there at the Independence Event Center. I drive by on nights, and there's cars parked all the way to the next restaurant. They get 5,800 people in there, and then they just do a great job with the team. Well, Lamar Hunt Jr. Has come on and purchased that team, and along with that, the way it kind of affects us here in Kansas City and the KCIC and the whole youth program is, along with that, I believe, also the rights to the Kansas City Junior Mavericks, from what I understand,
right.
Which is our youth program.
Right.
So the way that affects us here is we're looking at merging, I think, with the Kansas City Junior Mavericks and the Kansas City Stars for sure, and I think that will happen before next hockey season, from what I understand.
Well, that's really exciting that would go on. Again, to give you a little bit more about the Mavericks are a farm team for the Chicago Wolves, which is a farm team for the St. Louis Blues. So the guys that are playing there, may or may not ever make it to the NHL,
Correct.
but they're going to go up to a higher level,
Correct.
hopefully, and,
Yep.
and play, and that's cool. Now, the merging of the two organizations is a huge plus. Does that mean that the kids that are playing there, you'll have more travel teams? You'll have obviously more teams that are involved.
Exactly. What we're looking at is if they've talked before about merging both programs to make
Right.
Kansas City Youth Hockey one program. The way that it's really going to benefit is really for the kids. It really does.
Yeah.
I mean, more kids will mean, of course, more travel teams probably, as well as your house league teams will have more. We can play each other more often, we believe. And a lot of times even the house league is traveling to St. Joe or traveling to Topeka to play a house league game. Well, from where I come from, that's travel hockey.
Right.
They call it house hockey, but you're actually traveling an hour to play a game.
Right.
So we're hoping that it really just unifies us, brings us all under the same umbrella, and we might even, bring somebody in like Lion Creek might even be part of it.
Really?
So it'll be called Kansas City Youth Hockey, and what that will give us an opportunity to bring all the kids under one umbrella.
That's awesome. So really, for hockey to be successful, the standard, the organization that you look at is when Dallas, when the Minnesota North Stars moved to Dallas.
Yes.
All of a sudden, the Dallas Stars took over youth hockey
Exactly.
in that city,
Yeah.
and brought their people in, and they ran it. And now there are kids. I mean, it's probably 20 or so years later, but
Yeah.
now there are kids that are coming out of Dallas that are playing at professional level.
Exactly. I think when Dallas was moved to by the Minnesota North Stars, from what I remember, there might have been 1 or 2 rinks in the Dallas area.
Yeah.
That's all there were. And I think now there's somewhere around 23 to 25
Really?
rinks in that area over the last 20 years, putting up a rink
Right,
a year.
right.
And that's what I believe Lamar Hunt Jr. is talking about is from conversations I've had with the ownership here,
Right.
that's been in conversations with him, is youth hockey is really, really on his radar. And that's what affects us so directly, is that if we can bring the organizations together, maybe a couple more rinks in the next few years, which give the kids more ice time, and then something to look up to. If they look up to that Missouri Mavericks team, or if they look up to an NHL team, if that happens, that's really what explodes the program. So I know those kids in Dallas, I'm sure, it probably started on the level like we started this morning with, 70 kids that learn to play hockey.
Right.
But if you have underneath one umbrella and they all have the same common goal and is the same common team to look up to,
Right.
I think that would be something great for Kansas City, and I think that would really grow the sport here.
Yeah, and what happens is just like the Gary Emmons situation you guys have with the Jets, what happens is the pros stay in the city because when they're playing, their kids are playing hockey.
Correct.
So they stay in the city, and then they lend more credibility to the whole program and the skill level and all those types of things. I was talking to my son, who's a play-by-play announcer, and he said he interviewed a kid that's on his team in the United States Hockey League. He's probably a 17-year-old kid who grew up in St. Louis, and he said, "So who were your coaches?" And he says, "Al McGinnis, Keith Kachuk. McGinnis was my coach for 6 years."
Sure.
It's like, well, that's a tremendous thing that can be, grow the game. And then you also have to look at, well, why is soccer so popular here and the team, the professional team is popular? Well, the kids that are going out there, and they're not kids, they're adults now, but they were playing soccer 10 years ago,
Right.
and now they can buy a beer, now they can buy a hot dog and buy a ticket and,
Right.
and go out and spend money. And it just takes time and
It does.
money.
Yeah, it does, and it's all growing from the little kids up. So I mean,
Yeah.
that's really, it was nice to hear the interview that he had on the TV the other night. I watched it. And watched it with my family. I was back home last week in Minnesota, and just the genuineness he had in his voice and the want to help youth hockey. And of course, it's 1% of the kids make it to the NHL.
Sure.
But 99% of the kids that are playing youth hockey are doing it just for a short period of time to make other things in their life better, and really listen to him. He had that goal of youth hockey, which really, really I thought was awesome.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's something that's really important, and that's the only way that it's going to really pick up, and really the only way that we're going to eventually have an NHL team here is if it swells from the little kids on up.
Exactly.
And then you also have the parents that their kids start playing hockey, and all of a sudden the parents want to play as well. So.
Yep. And I think the big thing is, too, like you saw in the Dallas situation there, is they did grow youth hockey very rapidly. There's a team here this weekend from Dallas
Dallas,
area.
yeah.
So they're coming up here to play in our last Winter Classic that we're having this weekend, which is the Pee-wees.
Sure.
And, I think it really does. It creates that buzz and that excitement if you get involved, if you get to a live game, and I think the exposure that it's going to give. And you need good backing, too. So financial backing is a big part of what's going on right now.
Right.
And so I think things are on the up for hockey here in Kansas City.
Yeah, because I've seen teams come in the past and they say, all we have to do is open our doors and people will flock. Well, Kansas City has to get educated on hockey. You have to learn to be able to watch the game, and the speed of the game is amazing. And it starts at the youth level, watching your kids play, and then from there you acquire some excitement and enjoyment of the game at that higher level and the skill level of the players, and you become fans.
Yeah, you do. And, I kind of look at it like when I go to Omaha, as Omaha has a USHL team there.
Yes.
And a lot of the kids look up to that USHL team.
Yeah.
They're under one unification, I believe, and that's a big city.
Yeah.
And so there isn't nothing that says that Kansas City can't go ahead and do the same thing that other cities are doing. We shouldn't really be divided. We should all be together and play hockey for, the same common goal. And if we had a team like that, a USHL team or the Missouri Mavericks, that the kids really looked up to, because we're over here at Kansas City Ice Center with the Kansas City Stars.
Right.
I don't hear them talk as much about the Mavericks as they do if they were part of it.
Right.
And so I think that whole part of it would mean a lot to us if somebody came to me and said, hey, the players are going to come down and work with your kids.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Or the players are going to come down and do a camp.
Right.
Or, here's a few tickets. Let's go over and enjoy it with the family.
Right.
We almost seem detached from Independence, and it's only 30 minutes away from door to door,
right.
In good traffic. And I think this is going to bring it a little bit to us, which I'm really excited about.
I'm excited about it as well, and I ran an adult hockey group for a number of years, and it was out here in Johnson County where we skated. Most of the guys and women that skated with us were in Johnson County, and they would come into the locker room and say, so tell us about that team in Independence. And this was a year into it.
Yeah.
And it's like, these are the people that can afford the on-the-glass seats.
Right.
Because they're playing hockey 2 or 3 times a week in some cases.
Right.
The team needs to stretch it out.
I think so. And I think that's the biggest thing is if they purchase the team to bring the youth organizations together with ours, because ours is the strongest youth organization in the area.
Right.
If we merge with the Junior Mavericks and we all become Kansas City Mavericks,
right.
It really creates some buzz. And I've only been here 3 or 4 years, and this is probably about as excited as I've been about youth hockey. Of course, I'm excited daily about the game of hockey. But, and there are going to be some pushback. I'm sure there's going to be some people saying, I don't like the merge, or I don't want to do this. But from what I hear, it's a win-win for the kids.
Yeah.
And that's really all I care about, is that kids have a great experience, that they can take the lessons they learn from the game of hockey and the lessons they learn from great quality coaches that we have and move on in life and use those in the rest of their life.
And then come and play in the adult leagues, just for the fun of it.
Come and play in the adult leagues to get out of the house.
Yeah, so it's an exciting time for hockey coming up in the next season or two. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about what's going on out here at the rink, the resurfacing the ice. So hopefully we'll have some hockey going on behind us at that time. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching or listening to Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine show. Today we're coming to you from the Kansas City Ice Center, located 2 miles west of 435 on Johnson Drive. I am Steve Fish. We'll be right back. Come on out to the Kansas City Ice Center and skate on the outdoor ice pavilion or the indoor ice rink. And sign up now for Learn to Skate and Learn to Play hockey classes at the Kansas City Ice Center. The KCIC Center is located 2 miles west of 435 on Johnson Drive. For more information on public skating times, to register for a class or schedule an upcoming party or group event, visit kcicecenter.com or call 913-441-3033.
With the current trend to live a greener lifestyle, many people and businesses now recycle their electronics. At the Surplus Exchange, your e-waste will never go to a landfill or incinerator, nor will we allow e-waste to be shipped overseas. Some companies employ this tactic and end up polluting other countries with our waste. All materials are safely tracked, destroyed, or reclaimed right here in the U.S. The Surplus Exchange is Kansas City's link between industry, charity, and the environment. To find out more, visit surplusexchange.org.
These days, we're all so busy and many of us ignore our health and let stress turn into chronic pain. Dr. Lynn McIntosh of Kansas City Chiropractic can provide you with the proper care to relieve pain and stress, improve your health, and get more out of life. And right now, new patients can get their initial consultation free. Mention KC Sports when you make your first appointment. For more information on Dr. McIntosh and Kansas City Chiropractic, call 816-753-4600 or visit kansascitychiropractic.com. Experience a touch of the Ozarks at Winterstone Golf Course in Independence. And right now, take advantage of off-season rates, $34 on weekdays and $42 on weekends. For tee times, visit winterstonegolf.com or call 816-257-5755. Get a free subscription to the digital version of Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine. Just sign up on our new and improved website, kcsportspaper.com. Then watch your email for the next issue of Kansas City Sports and Fitness. Welcome back to Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness Show, the show that complements Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine. I am Steve Fish. Today we're here at the Kansas City Ice Center, located on Johnson Drive, 2 miles west of 435, where you can ice skate on their outdoor pavilion or their indoor ice rink. You can call 913-441-3033 or visit their website, kcicecenter.com, for more details on public skate sessions and their Learn to Skate and Learn to Play hockey programs. Now, in our current issue of Kansas City Sports and Fitness, check out our U.S. Army High School top performers from Shawnee Mission Northwest and Raytown High. And in our youth soccer report, we feature a story on Sporting Blue Valley, which is the largest youth soccer club in Kansas and in KC, and actually one of the largest in the country. You can pick up your copy of Kansas City Sports and Fitness at over 700 locations, including Eagles Landing Golf Course, both Minsky's on Berry Road, and, of course, right here at the Kansas City Ice Center when you walk right in the door. Now, coming up on February 21st, we'll be taping a show at Kansas City Chiropractic, which is located at 4510 Bellevue, just off the plaza. And then in March, we'll be back out here at the Kansas City Ice Center, and the KCI Center, of course, is located 2 miles west of 435 on Johnson Drive. Now, if you have a business and you're interested in having us come out and do our show at your business location, call Good Sports at 913-764-2050. And now you can view Good Sports on YouTube. All you have to do is search for the Good Sports KC channel. And now we're back, and we're talking with Dean Nelson, who is the general manager here at the KCI Center. He's in charge of all the things that go on here at KCIC, as well as he's involved in a coaching capacity as well as in an administrative capacity with the KC Stars Youth Hockey Organization that calls KCIC home. Welcome back to the show, Dean.
Hey, thanks.
What's going on today?
Thanks,
What's going on today?
You were listing off those things I'm involved in, and I the list just keeps going on.
Yeah, it does. It does. We were talking off the air about all the other things that are going on. And
I help run the tournaments as well. We're having our last Winter Classic this weekend, so we have the Pee-wees in town, which are your 11, 12-year-olds,
okay.
Pee-wees. So we have Pee-wee AA, Pee-wee A, and Pee-wee B or Pee-wee A2.
Right.
So that's our largest division of travel teams this year. We have 4 home teams playing this weekend, as well as 13 teams from out of town.
Wow.
So we have 17 teams here this weekend, and started about 5 o'clock on Friday night. We'll go all the way through 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. So just a great showcase of talent here in the Kansas City area. And teams come from all over. We have Oklahoma City. We have Dallas, Texas. We have Colorado, a team from Colorado. We have then your normal like Des Moines and your St. Louis teams, St. Peter's and Chesterfield. And
amazing.
So it really is great. And we started these tournaments last year, and we call them the Winter Classics. And it's about 35 degrees outside today, and the games are being played out on our pavilion. And just a great, great opportunity to watch some good young youth hockey.
Yeah, it's a good day today for hockey. It's colder out there than it is in here, even though we're sitting next to the ice today. So it's ideal. Now you've had some really warm times out there. I bet that's been it's been a great winter.
Yeah.
But not necessarily for outdoor hockey.
You know, this reminds me of the first winter I moved down here. It was real mild like this. We didn't have the rink outside, so I didn't have those headaches to really deal with. But our outdoor pavilion is a huge hit, not only with the public and public skates that we have every weekend, but also with the kids who get to play a game out there and the adult league players too.
Yeah.
So, it's been a little bit of a challenge this year. We've had a couple 70-degree days. All we do on those days is we really just take it and shut down the pavilion for a day.
Right. And
then the next day, usually at night, it will cool down enough to rebuild the ice. So it's not too bad. We've lost 2 or 3 days this summer, I was going to say, but this winter, on the 65, 70-degree days. But other than that, it's been really great. It's just a great facility we have.
Well, it is so unique and so cool to be out there and to, I wish that I was still playing so that I could get out there and skate. Not as a goalie because my feet would be frozen, which I was, but definitely as a skater, it has to be a lot of fun for the the old guys and the moms that get out there and skate to do it as well as of course the little guys with their black. We saw that the last time I was here that the kids were wearing black because it was sunny out.
So it's just been a great weekend for us. We're coming down on the end of our season, so it's been a very successful season. Not only for the Kansas City Stars travel program, but as well as the Kansas City House and Recreational program.
Right.
We're exploding at the seams right now, and that's kind of what we talked about is the new rinks possibly being built in the area. We're hoping in some of the mergers with youth hockey.
Right.
So that's going to help huge. We're just really at a capacity right now for ice time. We'll keep this outdoor pavilion open until about March 15th, I think. Usually about the middle of March, usually till around spring break. And then right after that, we'll start into our spring 4-on-4 program that we have for youth hockey.
Right.
And we're also running an elite level summer program here, and then into our summer camp. So it's just a wicked spiral that you get into here that seems to be busy at the Kansas City Ice Center.
Yeah, it's all necessary and all exciting and all an opportunity for the kids to grow, and learn more and do more, and that, that's just a lot of fun for all that stuff. So so mid-March the ice gets melted, but you've got a roller surface.
Yeah, we have a roller. We have an inline league that starts usually about April, and they have a small summer league, and I believe that the Kansas City Cobras, they were called. They run an inline division, and as well as we have public skate out there for roller skating as well. At the same time, we have public skate inside. So our nighttime public skates outside on Fridays and Saturdays will be discontinued at that time, the 8 to 10 p.m. because we still have the indoor ice that we are playing hockey on. But the outdoor public skates will be Saturday from 12:45 to 2:45, and Sundays 1 to 3. And then what we'll do is we'll have roller skating at the same time we have public skating inside all summer long. So it's pretty neat.
Yeah, so the kids will go back and forth from putting on their roller blades and then their ice skates. Was here setting up, and you had Learn to Skate going on today at that time. And I know you do Learn to Play Hockey, and we'll talk about that in just a second. But you guys the ice was just filled. And I was amazed at how many adults were out there just learning how to skate. And then you had the little ones that are, that are under, that are 3 feet tall that were out there in the center. And it's just amazing.
It is really neat. I was so amazed by the number of adults that are signing up to learn how to skate.
Yeah.
And, it's really because of just the attention that they're going to have with their families. Maybe they want to go out. I had to move that guy out of the way there. He was banging that ball against the wall. Sorry about that. But
he was breaking up our being able to watch the hockey.
The number of adults that are out there skating is tremendous right now. And the program with the little kids, Kay really does a great job with our Learn to Skate program. We have over 100 kids around the ice with adults today.
Yeah.
And it's great. They have like 8 different sections on the ice, and they're the beginners, intermediate, advanced, and they're all working on different skills and stuff for their skating. So whether we say 3 to 103 is what I always say is whether you're 3 years old or 83 or you can still learn to skate. It's just a great program that they run here. And then Learn to Play Hockey is every Saturday morning 8 to 8:45 as well. So if you're interested in Learn to Skate, Learn to Play Hockey, or any of our other programs here, public skate or birthday parties, just give us a call down here at 913-441-3033 or check us out on our website, kcicenter.com, and that will really show you everything that we have.
Yeah, and you've got a number of kids. I think you were sold out pretty much.
Yeah.
You were at capacity, let's put it that way, for Learn to Play Hockey this session.
We had 2 sessions in a row now where I've had to turn away a few. I hate to do it, but really for the experience of the kids, we can only take around 60 to 70. Because with pucks and sticks and being on the ice together, it is a lot. But we have also great volunteers and great coaches from the Stars establishment. And that's what the neat thing is about that merger we were talking about earlier of the youth hockey organizations. Brings on a whole new bunch of guys who want to help kids and ladies who want to coach. And I was talking to a young lady outside last night she's got 5 kids. and all 5 of them are hockey players.
Oh, my.
And she doesn't have her coaching certificate, but she used to. And she says, you know what, I've been busy having kids.
Yeah.
And she has 3 girls that play in the Squirt program here.
Wow.
They're awesome. And then she has 2 boys that play travel. So they are full-time hockey committed. And to bring on a whole other association with those same kind of parents who love hockey. And and as you know, Steve, it's just a different sport when it's in you and you're into it and you grow up with it. It's the love of your life. So
yeah.
We're just real excited about all that going on.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, I grew up with it sort of in St. Louis and played street hockey, but it gets in your blood. And then I was lucky enough when I moved here in '85 to be able to start playing ice.
Yeah.
After having playing just a little bit of roller hockey, it's just a wonderful experience. And you know, one of the things, and we're kind of out of time here, but one of the things, if you become a hockey fan, is the beauty of it is. When you're watching baseball or watching football, there's about 13 minutes of action. With hockey, there's at least 60 minutes of action.
Exactly.
Because even when there's a fight or a pushing or the action that goes with that, the clock stops.
Yeah.
So that's free. Right. I guess.
Even when you're watching basketball, after they score a basket, they're bringing it in bounds. The clock's still running. They're not really doing much. They're walking it up court. Baseball, the same thing. Football, the same thing. The plays are very little, as you know. Mm-hmm. The clock's always running. In hockey, the minute the whistle blows, the clock stops.
That's right.
Okay? The minute it's dropped, it goes again. So it very is a unique sport.
Yes, I love it very much. Well, Dean, that'll do it for the show today. I want to thank Dean Nelson for hosting us today here at the Kansas City Ice Center. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to join me, Steve Fish, again next week at the same time for Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness Show, and check out some of our other shows on YouTube. Search for the Good Sports KC channel. So until next week, be sure to read all about sports, health, and exercise in Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine. You'll find it all over KC, especially right here at the KC Ice Center, and it's free, so pick it up today.
Bring basketball fever to your own backyard or your driveway with your very own game court from Sport Court of Kansas City. Game courts can also be installed for volleyball, racket sports, soccer, tennis, or roller hockey. For more details, call Sport Court at 913-963-7529 or visit sportcourtkc.com. How could baseball experts predict a 90-loss season for the Royals? Spring training is here. Are the Royals ready? Find that out and check out our hoops coverage in this month's KC Sports and Fitness Magazine. Plus, we feature the Surplus Exchange College Sports Reports, the KC Ice Center Hockey Reports, the Youth Soccer Reports, and the U.S. Army Top Performers. You'll find Kansas City Sports and Fitness all over KC and online at our new improved website, kcsportspaper.com. And it's always free, so check it out today. The Army Reserve has more than 120 unique career opportunities, so you can add to your current strengths or build brand new ones. Join the Army Reserve and you'll make a difference in your life and the lives of others. Learn more at goarmy.com/reserve. For more information, contact the Greater Kansas City Company at 3720 Arrowhead Drive, Suite B. Telephone number 816-531-3818. There's Strong, and then there's Army Strong, paid for by the U.S. Army. KC North Spine and Joint Center is the only full-body active release provider north of the river. For sports injuries, foot, shoulder, knee, or hip issues, call Dr. Hildebrand at KC North Spine and Joint Center at 816-584-0413 or visit kcnorthsjc.com. Get a free subscription to the digital version of Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine. Just sign up on our new and improved website, kcsportspaper.com. Then watch your email for the next issue of Kansas City Sports and Fitness.
Hi, it's Greg Pryor. One of my favorite products in Life Priority is called Lift. See Lift at my website, lifepriority.com.
Put your youth sports star on the cover of Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine with a one-of-a-kind personalized poster featuring your youth athlete. It's a great gift for all players and coaches, too. For more details, contact KC Sports at 913-764-2050 and put your sports star on the cover of KC Sports Magazine today. Kansas City Sports and Fitness is the magazine for sports fans in KC. Inside, we cover local sports and local teams, from pro to peewee and everything in between. And this month's free copy of Kansas City Sports and Fitness includes the Surplus Exchange College Sports Report. You'll find Kansas City Sports and Fitness all over KC at places like the Kansas City Ice Center. And it's free, so pick one up today. Come on out to the Kansas City Ice Center and skate on the outdoor ice pavilion or the indoor ice rink. And sign up now for Learn to Skate and Learn to Play hockey classes at the Kansas City Ice Center. The KCI Center is located 2 miles west of 435 on Johnson Drive. For more information on public skating times, to register for a class or schedule an upcoming party or group event, visit kcicecenter.com or call 913-441-3033. Now you can view our shows and past shows on YouTube. Search for the Good Sports KC channel